Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. In this video I'll be previewing tomorrow's group stage match between India and Pakistan. Starting off with India, a resounding victory in their first match over Ireland. And when batting on these drop-in pitches, I'd said this even in my previous video where before this campaign started we looked at a few selections and thought, have they selected their best side? But looking at how the tournament is panning out, I said this in my previous video as well, India have got a far better chance to win the tournament than what it may have seemed beforehand, and especially with the technical soundness required to bat on these drop-in serves. If you've got Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli opening the batting, Suryakumar Yadav has got double gears, and then you've got batting down to number 8 where we know how good Jadeja is against pace. I feel you can't have better assurance than that, especially with that opening combination. So with these kind of services and with the flexibility India have got where they can afford to leave out someone like a Kuldeep Yadav and play the two finger spinners who can bat and the four seamers including Hardik Pandya, I feel their chances of winning this T20 World Cup are greatly elevated. And I don't think the soundness when batting on these types of services should be taken for granted just because of their experience. I feel we've seen teams such as Sri Lanka and Bangladesh where I expected them to struggle in these services. You saw in the warm-up match where in the second innings Bangladesh didn't put up any sort of a fight. And the two matches Sri Lanka have played, they have floundered with the bat. And it's been heartening to see teams such as the USA and Canada, where you saw the two games Canada played, they scored 190 on the first match, then lost because it was chased down. And their recent game against Ireland, they were 51 for 4, I think, and they didn't panic from there. They just looked to buy out the 20 overs and they ended up defending that 130 odd score. And I feel some teams haven't quite employed that strategy even when wickets have fell. Let's say if you're 40 odd for 4, 40 odd for 5, how can you then bat for 20 overs and then get your side to a score that you can defend? And I feel we've seen a few associate teams demonstrate that ability, and I feel India can certainly demonstrate that ability and will demonstrate the soundness not to get themselves into that situation in the first place. There are no selections from an Indian point of view according to me. And I feel the one point that had to be considered is that we saw Virat Kohli, the way he was dismissed in the previous match, even though they're chasing a small score, he tried to use his feet and was dismissed for 1 off 5. In this case, and I don't think he would do that again, but even if they get to 30 for 1 after 6 and one of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli is still there to bat until the 14th or 15th over, that would hold India in best stead to reach about 150, and they'll surely be able to win the match from there. But if both of those two are dismissed early, even though you've got a Suryakumar Yadav with double gauge, you've got the assurance of Jadeja, Hardik Pandya as well, I'm sure he will come good. It doesn't look as strong as if you factor in the two legends at the top of the order who you'd back more than anyone in the competition to get through the top phase at the top on these kind of services. So I feel one of those two, even if India get 30 after the power play, they see off especially the Mohammad Amir, then I feel they'll be held in good stead. And on the type of surface, I think the same pitch is being used as the Netherlands versus South Africa match today. Meaning it could play in one of two ways. One, it could behave more so like a fresh pitch as we have seen when the ball moves around a lot. Or two, it can be a bit slow since the match will be played on a used surface. I'd rather a fresh pitch be provided because I feel with the batting resources possessed by Pakistan and the Indian bowling lineup, the form they're in, I feel it would be extremely difficult for Pakistan to tend with that attack when the ball is moving around. So that's why I'd rather a fresh pitch be provided. Apart from that, there are no selection conundrums from an Indian point of view. I'm sure they'll go well in this game. In terms of who's sitting out, there's one thing I don't understand and this isn't about this match. I remember Rohit Sharma in the press conference before leaving for the USA. He said, I'll tell you why we've bought 4 spinners when I get there. And looking at the way the tournament's panned out, even if when they're playing in the Caribbean, is Yuzvendra Chahal going to be able to get a game when you're leaving out Kuldeep Yadav in the USA? No, he won't be. So I don't understand that, but apart from that, they've got no selection conundrums. And now in Pakistan, a disappointing performance against the USA. And regarding their possible 11, there are 2 points which could be considered. One, I've heard Saeed Mayoub will be brought back to play this match, and since Usman Khan was only given a go the previous match, I feel with the backdrop surrounding Azam Khan, and I'll get to him in a bit, they will bench Azam Khan and bring in Saeed Mayoub. I think Imad Wasim has been past fit to play this game a few hours ago, but given that when you've got Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, Mohammad Ahmed, is Imad Wasim going to bowl in the power play? No, he won't. Add batting to the side, will he bowl in the power play? No, he won't. In terms of who else you can drop, you can only drop Usman Khan or Haris Rauf, and I don't think they'll drop either of those two, which is why I've left out Imad Wasim in my 11. I've gone with Saeed Mayoub and Babar Azam to open the batting, and Mohammad Rizwan number 3, Fakhar Zaman number 4, Usman Khan 5, Iftikhar Ahmed 6, Shadab Khan 7, Shaheen 8, Haris Rauf 9, Naseem 10, no Naseem can bat ahead of him, and Mohammad Amir at number 11. And now on Azam Khan, due to recent performances, there has been a huge backlash against him, and I feel he's a very misunderstood cricketer. I think he's a fantastic talent. I've seen him in domestic cricket where he's played a few impact innings. And I remember in the CPL, the CPL that took place a few months ago, where he hadn't done much until the second qualifier, where the Guyana Amazon Warriors had lost to the Trinbago Knight Riders and then played against the Jamaica Talawas. And Azam Khan scored an impactful 54 to take his side to I think 180 odd, and they won that match convincingly. So I feel he's an incredibly capable player. And at that number 5 slot, Usman Khan is more catered to batting in the top of the order in my point of view. So who out of Azam Khan and Usman Khan would be more suited to bat at 5? I would say Azam Khan. But given the backdrop of the recent performances, and they've only included Usman Khan in the match before, I don't think they'll drop him. I think he'll be batting slightly out of position, as well as Fakhar Zaman, where there have been quite a few players that have emerged domestically from Pakistan to bat in the middle order. Someone like Irfan Khan Niazi, I thought he looked good when he played, and instead they've been playing Fakhar Zaman out of position at number 4. And on my side, I only had one of Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan starting, where my opening combination was Saeed Mayoub and Babar Azam. They will include both of them, and I feel in terms of getting past that initial phase, that solidity up front, even though they lost 3 wickets in the power play against the USA, playing both those two, you've got that assurance there. However, after that point in time, looking at this lineup overall, it doesn't seem to possess the confidence where I feel in this match, if India get 160, Pakistan will not change the score down, and generally 180 and above in a T20 match, 280 and above an ODI match, I feel this team does not have the resources to chase that kind of a score down. So I feel from a batting point of view, India has got a huge edge. And with regards to the bowling, Haris Rauf has been going for runs for quite a while now, but I feel with him playing on the side, you have the extra freedom to bowl one of the 3 other quicks for maybe 3 overs in the power play. They get a couple of wickets. And despite how things have been going for them, I feel Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, Mohammad Ahmed, as a collective, that is the best fast bowling trio in this competition. I feel in these kind of tracks, they've got the capability to be the most venomous fast bowling trio out of all sides. So I think certainly if the surface is a fresh one, especially something like a Mohammad Ahmed, they can do a job on the surface. But will their batting be able to tend to the Indian bowlers? We'll have to see. And finally, in the comparison of 11s, looking at the top 4 for each side. For India, you've got Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant and Suryakumar Yadav, compared to Saeed Mayoub, Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan and Fakhar Zaman for Pakistan. Looking at the openers, Rohit Sharma and Saeed Mayoub will be looking to play the aggressive role. Virat Kohli and Babar Azam will be looking to bat until the 14th or 15th over. And I feel because of the pedigree that Rohit and Kohli have got, I feel those two take the edge there. On numbers 3 and 4, Rishabh Pant in the IPL scored his first 20 runs at about a run and ball before exploding. Although in the warm-up match against Bangladesh, he was aggressive from the get-go. So I feel compared to Mohammad Rizwan, it'd be a more flashy player, and that's why I think Mohammad Rizwan's got the edge there. And Suryakumar Yadav versus Fakhar Zaman. I feel Suryakumar has got double gear, as I said before, as Fakhar Zaman, when the ball's moving around, when the seamers are bowling, he does tend to struggle a bit, which is why I feel India have got the edge regarding the top 4 to see off the first few of the 6-7 overs. And now in the middle order, Shivam Dube versus Usman Khan. Shivam Dube, I feel, is more proven at this level, even though Usman Khan is also an aggressive player. I feel we've seen more Shivam Dube. I'd say he takes the edge there. Hardik Pandya versus Iftikhar Ahmed. Certainly Hardik Pandya takes the edge. And in terms of the spinners, Pakistan have those spin bowling all-rounders. Pakistan only got the one spin bowling all-rounder in Shadab Khan, who's not been himself with both bat and ball. Whereas India got Akshar Patel and Ravindra to play a second fiddle role. And now on the seamers, if you're comparing the 4 seamers, Haris Shroff and Hardik Pandya have been going for runs, so I don't feel there's too... Even though Hardik Pandya bowled the previous match, so there's a slight edge there. And Arshdeep Singh, Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, I feel, as I've said before, when you're comparing those 3 to Shaheen, Naseem and Amir as a collective, I feel both those trios can cancel out. So, because of the batting assurance that India have got over Pakistan, I've got them to win this match, so let's see how this goes. As I've said, in terms of the main bowling trios, both those sides have got equal strength in terms of one of those players providing a match-hitting performance, so let's see how this match goes. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and remember, this is my opinion.